You're watching FÚRIA, and we are Mercyful Fate. Stay heavy.
Volta do Mercyful Fate, eles vão falar sobre isso. A banda que se separou em 84, ficaram até mais ou menos 91 sem tocar junto, voltaram agora e eles vão comentar. Vamos lá, King Diamond, seja bem-vindo, fala.
The return of the band. I would like to know everything. You play in Dynamo. Was it difficult to face like a big crowd after so many years without playing together?
I mean, it took maybe 1.5 songs, and then you were back. You could feel it, you know. The first 5 minutes, you were shaking a bit, but it came very naturally. Also because it's your old friends who are beside you. You feel like a team, you know, you just go out and perform.
And how was that, to return with the band? Was it difficult or?
No, it was just this good feeling, you know.
Was the right moment to?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Good return.
Yeah, both as players, as friends, as, you know.
O pessoal foi muito bacana e agora eles vão falar exatamente sobre as diferenças das duas bandas. Quem viu ali, King Diamond de um lado, Mercyful Fate de outro, ambos com o mesmo vocalista. Portanto, quais serão as diferenças entre essas duas bandas? Por favor, podem falar.
What's the difference by that time? Hank, like you kept 3 members of the Mercyful Fate when you started playing after splitting.
Yeah.
And just like, what was the difference? Why did you think that you haven't that feeling of Mercyful Fate?
It was both bands, I'd say not both bands, but it was both Hank and I that we really had some different musical ideas we wanted to try out as well. But it didn't fit under the name Mercyful Fate. It would be like spitting on your fans almost. Because Hank wanted to try some, like, you know, really get some more melodic stuff into it. I wanted to go into theatrics and concept albums and stuff like that. And none of those two could be put together under the name Mercyful Fate. You know, it wouldn't be right to the fans and it wouldn't be right to ourselves. Because we have always been able to stand 100% behind what we're doing. We write all material straight from the heart. That was how we always did. And suddenly we were feeling a little different, you know. We had different ideas in here that we felt for doing. And it wouldn't be right with Mercyful Fate to do that. That's why we said, no, okay, let's stay true to ourselves and to our fans and do it under separate names, you know. And it's not like, you know, we hated each other or anything like that at all, because we still played each other's new albums to each other and all this. And then the time was just right in 92 to say, hey, there's a lot of stuff we left undone, you know, that we should.
Eles vão falar sobre o último álbum da banda, Into the Unknown. E na sequência teremos uma banda sueca, aproveitando ali os países nórdicos, já que o Mercyful Fate dinamarquês, vamos ver uma das melhores bandas suecas, que no caso é em Tombele na cabeça, antes de mais nada, Mercyful Fate.
What about this Into the Unknown? What do you think about this album, the last one that you did?
It's very much a band record, in my opinion, you know, with these new guys, you know, it just fit in perfectly together. So it's the more complete record after the comeback, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about this lineup also?
Oh yeah, both as friends, you know, and band-wise, it's so strong, very strong.
Charlie's been here for a while, actually. He joined when we did the
Shadows tour.
We had done it. He didn't do the album, but right after that, he did the tour for In the Shadows and the Time album, the Time tour. So it's like, you know, he's definitely been here. Bjarne joined after the Time album, did the Time tour, and then the last album here, you know, and that's been a major asset to the band. Like you talked about Lars Ulrich, when we played on the Time tour in San Francisco, that was one of his comments to me, like, I have never seen Mercyful Fate playing this tight before in my entire life, and he's seen us many times, and that has a lot to do with that guy there, Bjarne, definitely, you know. And then in the studio, the way it works out, you know, it's like so much easier than it's been before, you know. A much better like backup from everybody, you know, supporting each other and like getting the best out of each other.
More relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah, and very easy with, specifically I'd say, because I've had some, I wouldn't say run-ins, but some hard times in making sure that a drummer doesn't go crazy, you know, in the studio and destroy songs instead of playing what fits. You know, sometimes it fits better to play very straight instead of it doesn't all that have to be so complex. You know, and that's where Bjarne has just the right feel for the right riffs. You know, and it makes it a lot easier.
What songs talking about these melodies that you put? When you started singing this kind of falsets, when did you find out it in yourself?
Well, see, I didn't even realize it. The first time I started singing was in a band that I tried to become a guitarist in the band and sneak my way in. You know, actually they wanted a vocalist, and I was not a vocalist. I was playing guitar back then. I was trying to sneak into the band like that, saying that I was a vocalist, but I also played guitar. No, there was an old band called Black Rose. Never did any albums. But then we were doing cover versions of Deep Purple and stuff where I had to sing some high notes, and I was just screaming. I wasn't singing. But it you know, something happened along the way, and I learned how to use my stomach muscle to control the airflow, and that by I could hold the notes and hit high notes. But I didn't think too much about it until the day that a band came up to me and said, "You should use your falsetto vocals some more." You know, like, I don't know what you're saying, what you're talking about. I don't know what is falsetto. Yeah, when you sing the high notes, like, oh. And it's like, you know, listening and talking a lot to fans has helped me so much through the times. And that was one of the times I went back and started really working a lot on the falsetto and started developing that more and more, you know. That was because a fan told me. I didn't know myself.
Is it true that Lars Ulrich, he started talking with you also, and he helped it, like, for the band to return?
Well, you know,
was there any
interference,
like, do you think?
And we had already decided that we wanted to do it, you know, but he's always been a big fan, you know. The entire Metallica band has been inspired, as they say themselves, you know, by us. And first time we saw them was in 1984 in America, when we played San Francisco with supporting Motorhead, actually. And they came down to the show, and I think you knew Lars Ulrich already then, right?
Oh, yes.
But I didn't know him at that time in '84. That was the first time I met him, and I heard like, oh, there's a band outside called Metallica, and there's a Danish guy. They didn't bring him in. And then it was just real, we had a lot of fun, and then we brought them on stage with us when we did the encores, and we were just like, they were headbanging with us and stuff. And since then, you know, we've been very close friends ever since.
Sentiu o drama, então? Grandes amigos de Lars Ulrich, o pessoal do Metallica, inclusive foi Metallica que abriu este Fúria. Você viu ali o primeiro videoclipe, Hero of the Day, videoclipe muito bem feito, porém a música é bem polêmica, mesmo aqui dentro da emissora, muita gente já se manifestou a favor da música, outros falaram, tá começando a ficar pop demais, não sei o que, questões à parte. A gente vai finalizando esse programa ouvindo uma banda que realmente não mudou.